That old jingle. Yes, we all know what this is. One of the most famous games on the planet. It's no doubt about it. Revolutionized. What? Wow, my language is terrible. Revolutionized the one-on-one fighter, Street Fighter 2. Yes. Oh, fucking yes. I don't have many bad words to say about this, and this version in particular, the Super Nintendo version, is unbelievable for its time. Lots of people criticise certain nitpicky things, which I think is very unwarranted and rather unfair, considering the capabilities of the Super Nintendo. That it nearly produced an arcade perfect conversion, one of the first arcade perfect conversions, nearly. It's that close. So anybody that nitpicks about the discrepancies between this and the arcade version, well, they can fuck off, basically. It's brilliant. So here we go, straight away. Now, if any of you have been living in a cave or in a coma for the last 25 years, Street Fighter 2 is Capcom's baby. It was born out of the original Street Fighter, which came a couple of years previous to 1991, and was a massive hit in the arcades. No bones about it, it really was. It kind of, it sort of heralded the second golden age of arcades, as it were, in the early 90s, and Street Fighter 2 led the way in that. And when it came out on the SNES, well, everyone was just absolutely blown away, because it not only was the closest to an arcade we had seen on an affordable 16-bit system. Of course, the Neo Geo was doing this kind of stuff before, or at the same time, should I say. But the Neo Geo, you had to be like fucking super rich to own a Neo Geo and buy the games. You didn't need to do that with the Super Nintendo. Oh, for fuck's sake, that was absolutely shocking. Ryo kicked my ass. Oh, sorry about my phone. Bollocks. I really need to remember to turn that off when I'm doing these narrations. Anyway, I digress. It just revolutionised. I'm still getting that word wrong. The one-on-one fighter, the special moves, combinations you can come up with, the 6-button control panel. Very key, very important. Lights, mediums and hard hits. The first game had these ideas already, but just didn't implement them correctly. The second game, wow, that did implement them correctly. And the result was this juggernaut of a beat-em-up, which popularised the beat-em-up, to be honest. The beat-em-up wasn't a great game genre, not favoured upon so much until Street Fighter 2 came along, and it just fucked everyone's minds up, blew everyone away. So I'm playing as my second favourite character, Ken, who is the clone of Ryu, as we all know. Ryu, whatever you want to call him, I'm not going to argue about that. And it's a clever thing that they did that as well, Capcom, that they put two characters in with the same moveset, so that people wouldn't feel left out. It would be an equal if they knew that the standard moveset of the first characters in the first game, Ryu and Ken. So they put them in this game, and they of course chucked in 6 more other characters, all with very unique strategies, all with very unique moves. And again, that is another bonus for the game, because you can play as all these different characters, and they all have different strengths and different weaknesses, and it can just be as effective as you were playing as a standard character, and then that's the brilliance of it. And Super Nintendo does a very, like I said, a very admirable job. Oh, a lovely roll there by Ken. Thank you very much, Sunshine. Hang on a minute. Ooh, get in, fat boy. Down you go. Yeah, you can. You adapt your game style to different players and the way they play. I mean, people say that Zangief is a terrible character to play as, but no, if you learn how to play as him, then he can be absolutely devastating, and you can just fuck everyone up. Sorry about my language, I'm swearing a bit here. And yeah, I mean, even this guy, Dhalsim, slow, ponderous, but uses strengths, his stretchy limbs, and it's effective. And that's the brilliance with all of the characters in the original Street Fighter II: The World Warrior. The Super Nintendo does slow the game down a bit from the arcade, that is admittedly, but you know, that was improved with Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, which improved the speed. And there's a few little graphical alterations. For instance, this stage on the arcade, there's 6 elephants in the background, and on the Super Nintendo there's 4. But who gives a fuck about that, really? I mean, it's hardly noticeable. The sound is not like the arcade either, but you know, it still does a brilliant job, a real good job. It would be, you know, 9 months or so before the Mega Drive came out with their version of Street Fighter 2, which was the Championship Edition, where you could play as the boss characters, and that was a good version as well. Not having a go at the Mega Drive at all, but this was the first, and big price tag, major breakthrough cartridge technology with the 16 meg, and it was just absolutely the Christmas present in 1992 for the ages. An excellent rendition, animated excellently, colours, gameplay is just smooth, unbelievable. It's just all round a damn good, bloody, fucking great beans egg Street Fighter 2. Oh dear. There you go, Dhalsim, on your back. So, for the first version that came out on the consoles, it was great. Some other versions that came out, later versions and updates, were good as well. But the Super Nintendo did have the upper hand on Street Fighter 2 because of the 6-button control system that Super Nintendo had. The Mega Drive didn't have that, so it was very awkward to play with a 3-button system. Even more of a 2-button system. Any people that have played the 3DO version of Super Street Fighter can adhere to this. But the 6 buttons on the Super Nintendo just adapted perfectly to Street Fighter 2. Fucking God, just rate me. Oh, excuse me, that was bang out of order. I shouldn't have said that. I really do apologise. Ouch. Oh, and crap. I used to kill everyone as Ken in the arcades. I've kind of lost me niche. Lost me niche? Yeah, what does that mean? Well, nice throw. Lost me touch. Should I say? No, it's a solid. Well, it's more than solid. It's an absolute brilliant game for the Super Nintendo. Landmark, groundbreaking, all of the above, all that kind of stuff. No one should ever go through life, or not a video game person should go through life without playing Street Fighter 2, because it is just awesome. So, guys, beating the shit out of me there. So I'll sign off with the countdown. So thank you very much for watching another NRG, and I will see you next time. Novabug out.